Welcome to I'm Your Target Demographic, and today for What is Wednesday, we are tackling the TV show Firefly. So a lot of people love this show, so we're going to get into what it's about, why people watch it, and basically its kind of larger cultural impact. Back in 2002, the television show Firefly aired on Fox for the first time. It was created by writer and director Joss Whedon, who's known mostly for television shows like Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel, as well as both Avengers and Avengers Age of Ultron. So why we're talking about Firefly is because of a strange occurrence where it was canceled after only 11 episodes, not even its complete first season. While it didn't get much viewership then, it's since garnered a huge cult following and fandom. So what's Firefly about? It's set in a future where the prominent world governments, the US and China, have formed together into something called the Alliance. The show takes place on many different planets and moons, which often resemble a Wild West setting, symbolizing the colonization and lack of government oversight over these fringe planets. We follow a starship of traders and mercenaries as they do jobs and tasks for other people. You might consider them space pirates, since they often don't perform legal operations and resort to smuggling illegal goods. The genre of the show would often be considered a space western. Our lead character is Malcolm Reynolds, played by Nathan Fillion, now known for his work on the show Castle. He's the captain of a ship called Serenity, where a majority of the show takes place. The other lead characters all have various roles on the ship, but in the first episode we meet a brother and a sister who join the crew, and they trigger a series of events that spiral the Serenity and its crew into some tough situations. The sister, a character named River, turns out to be an experiment from the Alliance and has telepathic powers. Now, like I said, Firefly was canceled after just a handful of episodes. Fans of the show call themselves browncoats, which is a term used for people who fought the Alliance, and these fans tried to rally support for the show, but it was eventually canceled. One of the most often cited reasons for the show's failure was butting of heads with Fox as a network. Fox, for some reason, aired the episodes out of order, which made following the plot really difficult. They also made the decision to swap out which episode would serve as the premiere. So critics were split about Firefly, some thinking it was genius, while others thought it was too offbeat and strange to be commercially successful. After the show was canceled, the fans tried to find a replacement network but failed to get a favorable response. The show did find life in its DVD release, though, and even prompted a theatrical release of a movie called Serenity just 3 years later. It barely broke even, though, making only $40 million total, including all international profits. And while, yes, it broke even, it was number 98 in the year 2005, which isn't a great place to be. And if you're wondering why the movie wasn't called Firefly, it's because Fox still held the rights to the name Firefly, and they didn't want to distribute the film, still believing it to not be commercially viable. If the idea of a space western sounds appealing, Firefly is available for streaming on most sites, as is the movie Serenity. It's a low time commitment with only 14 episodes total plus the movie. Fans of the show have continued to find ways to celebrate it, including a 10-year reunion at that year's Comic-Con, which drew 10,000 people who wanted to attend the panel. There's also been a plethora of fan fiction and even fan-made sequels to show up online, hoping to continue the mythology. So in a nutshell, Firefly was a science fiction show that combined with elements of the classic Western. It was canceled too soon, and its movie spin-off only broke even. Some critics call it a martyr effect, claiming that the show is only so popular because it was canceled, as it never really had time to go downhill, as many successful shows do. When pop culture websites make lists or do polls about shows that ended too early, Firefly is almost always at the top of that list. So that is Firefly. So hopefully that gave you a little insight into the show that a lot of people absolutely adore. So did you watch Firefly? If you love the show, let me know in the comments. Convince people to watch it. If you've never seen it, hopefully this educated you a little bit. And let me know, as always, what you want to see in future installments of What is Wednesdays. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like our Facebook page right here, and we'll see you next week.